Hi, welcome back to another People I Meet. I guess I'll take the hoodie off because you can't really see my pretty face. Okay, so I used to work at a treatment center for sex offenders, okay? Rapists. We also had victims, and I was a secretary. It was my job to separate all groups. We also had drug and alcohol offenders. So I had to separate all groups. We did not want victims and offenders at the same time. It was kind of a daunting job, and it's kind of, for $8 an hour, it's a job that a lot of people won't take. Me, I love stories, and I would read their files, and there were some good stories. And just as a little side note, I once did a little experiment and asked all of my offenders, all of my client, well, not all of my clients, just the sex offender clients, what she was wearing, and in very few cases that's not true, in many cases but very few cases the offender was a woman. But I asked all of my sex offender clients what their victim was wearing. Guess what? Not one of them remembered. Okay, so let's not ever blame the victim. Anyway, so one day, I had a drug and alcohol client who needed to sign several papers just because she was also a government employee or something, and I only had her sign one, and then she was like, hey, I need another one, and I was like, oh, right, and so I gave her the other one, and the guy behind her was like, you got to keep Celeste, keeping her doing her job. Last week she had me sign on the therapist line. He wasn't paying attention, he signed on the therapist line, right? Okay, so when you come in to sign your paperwork, I can't control what time you're going to be there. I only, keep the separate groups apart for scheduling. And the drug and alcohol offender, she was like, ha ha ha, how does it feel to be the rapist? And dude just turns like bright red, and he's like, it's supposed to be confidential. Okay, so drug and alcohol offender, she thinks that he's joking and it's just funny, right? And I'm trying so hard not to laugh. And then she leaves, and I'm like, dude, it is confidential. She was making a spelling joke. Therapist, the rapist. They're half a syllable away. There were some great stories at that job. It was one of my favorite jobs, and it just didn't pay enough. So I asked my boss if I could live there, and she told me that I was a special kind of sick. What? I loved the job. I just didn't make enough, so I had to quit. Yeah, it is confidential. All right. Bye.